Imagine this, a 5'8" player stepping onto an NBA court full of giants. But instead of getting lost, he's the one causing all the trouble. That's Yuki Kawamura, a player no one saw coming, but now everyone's talking about. In a league where height often rules, Kawamura is proving that you don't need to be 7 feet tall to make an impact. Just ask the defenders trying to stop him. Spoiler alert, they're struggling. Kawamura isn't your typical underdog. He's fast, fearless, and plays like he knows something the other players don't, that being shorter just means he's harder to catch. The Memphis Grizzlies took a chance on him, and it's already paying off. Now he's quickly becoming the guy no one wants to guard, not because of his size, but because he's a quick, skilled, and unpredictable force on the court. So what makes Kawamura such a threat? Stay tuned as we break it down. But before we get into it, be sure to like and subscribe. You don't want to miss more stories about players like Kawamura proving that size doesn't always matter unless you're talking about how fast he can blow past you. Before we dive into Kawamura's impact in his NBA preseason debut, it's essential to understand his roots and how he became a basketball star in Japan. Born in 2000, Kawamura began his professional career in Japan's B.League, playing for the Yokohama B Corsairs. Over 5 seasons, from 2019 to 2024, he quickly rose to prominence as one of the league's top talents. His breakout moment came in the 2022-23 season when he earned the prestigious Most Valuable Player (MVP) award, a significant achievement in one of the world's fastest-growing basketball markets. Kawamura's stats in the B.League were nothing short of impressive. Averaging 20.9 points, 3.0 rebounds, and 8.0 assists per game while playing just over 30 minutes per night, he didn't just lead his team, he elevated them. His ability to control the tempo, dictate offensive flow, and set up his teammates for easy baskets made him indispensable. His leadership and clutch performances in high-stakes situations were what truly set him apart. Kawamura seemed to thrive under pressure, always making the right decisions when it mattered most. His basketball IQ is exceptional, and this is something that he's bringing with him as he transitions to the NBA. Kawamura's NBA journey began when he signed an Exhibit 10 contract with the Memphis Grizzlies. This contract, which is essentially a 1-year, non-guaranteed deal, offers players the opportunity to secure a 2-way contract or a spot in the G League. For Kawamura, it was a chance to prove that he could compete at the highest level in the world's most competitive basketball league, and he seized the opportunity with both hands. In an open run ahead of the NBA preseason, Kawamura made an immediate impact, turning heads with his fearless play. On his very first possession, he went straight at 7'4" Zach Edey, the tallest player in the NBA. Kawamura, standing at just 5'8", didn't hesitate for a second. He drove into the paint, challenging Edey's defense and forcing him to adjust. This kind of fearlessness is what defines Kawamura's game, and it's one of the reasons why he's been able to transition so smoothly to the NBA environment. Edey was impressed, stating after the run, "He plays bigger than he is. He drives in the paint, makes plays, and gets to the rim. He's really good." High praise from a player who has seen elite talent in action. What makes Kawamura a potential game changer for the Grizzlies isn't just his scoring or defense, it's his ability to make his teammates better. Point guards are often referred to as floor generals, and Kawamura exemplifies this role. In a recent preseason game against the Chicago Bulls, Kawamura dished out 8 assists, including a highlight pass to Edey for a dunk that had fans buzzing. What separates great point guards from good ones is their ability to control the game's tempo, and Kawamura excels at this. In the Grizzlies' 124-121 victory over the Bulls, Kawamura's 2 points, 1 steal, and 8 assists don't fully capture the control he exerted over the game. His poise in tight situations far exceeds what you'd expect from a 23-year-old. He plays with the calm and confidence of a seasoned veteran, always one step ahead of the defense. His maturity and basketball intelligence are rare, especially for someone just beginning his NBA journey. At 5'8", Kawamura is currently the shortest player in the NBA, but height isn't everything. The league has seen many undersized guards succeed, from Allen Iverson to Chris Paul. One of the most famous small players in NBA history, Muggsy Bogues, who stood at just 5'3", built a legendary career. Bogues lived by the motto, heart over height, a philosophy that Kawamura seems to embody. His size might be a disadvantage at times, but his heart, hustle, and determination more than compensate. Kawamura's Grizzlies teammates have quickly come to respect his tenacity. Ja Morant, one of the most explosive guards in the league, has praised Kawamura's defense, particularly his willingness to pick up opposing players full court. Kawamura thrives on these challenges and never backs down, regardless of who he's up against. Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins has also taken note of Kawamura's effort and intensity. Regardless of his size, he's not going to let that stop him from competing and disrupting the game, Jenkins said. This disruptive quality is what makes Kawamura such an exciting player to watch. He doesn't just participate, he takes over games in his own unique way. Kawamura's presence in the NBA is having a significant impact, not just on the court, but internationally as well. Basketball's popularity in Japan is growing rapidly, and Kawamura is at the forefront of that movement. He follows in the footsteps of Japanese NBA players like Yuta Watanabe and Rui Hachimura, but Kawamura brings a different level of excitement. His star power in Japan is undeniable, and his journey to the NBA is a source of national pride. Japanese media outlets have been following him closely, with multiple reporters attending Grizzlies practices just to cover his progress. Kawamura's success represents hope and inspiration for young athletes in Japan who dream of one day making it to the NBA. On social media, Kawamura has amassed over 600,000 Instagram followers, further expanding his influence and giving the Grizzlies a direct link to a passionate fan base in Japan. As Kawamura continues to develop as a player, his off-court presence will also grow, making him an invaluable asset not just for the Grizzlies but for the NBA as a whole. While Kawamura's contract is not guaranteed, his performances in training camp and early preseason games have put him in a strong position to secure a more permanent role. The Grizzlies have an open roster spot, and though the competition is fierce, Kawamura's abilities may give him an edge. If he continues to impress, a two-way contract or even a spot on the Grizzlies' main roster could be within reach. At just 23 years old, Kawamura is showing skills that some players take years to develop. His high basketball IQ, leadership qualities, and clutch performances are invaluable assets for any team. If his growth continues at this pace, we might see him playing significant minutes for the Grizzlies before long. Yuki Kawamura's journey is about more than just basketball. It's about challenging the norms of the NBA. In a league that often prioritizes size and athleticism, Kawamura is proving that skill, heart, and intelligence can be just as crucial. He's inspiring the next generation of basketball players, not only in Japan but around the world, showing that success is possible regardless of where you come from or how tall you are. The NBA has always been a global game, and with players like Kawamura making waves, its future looks brighter than ever. What's your take on Kawamura's potential in the NBA? Could he be the next standout undersized point guard? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe for more updates on players making waves in the league.